new microphone. I don't know whether it works. Can you please, let me know whether the sound is good? Um, I have no. I bought it from TikTok, so I don't know whether it works. If it works, let me know. I'm gonna just clip it on here. Yes. So, just do a sound test. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Billy, good to see you. Hi. Okay, so audio is good, is it? Okay, that's good. I'm trying to see where to get it. Okay. Um, uh, okay, just testing 1, 2, 3 sound test and see whether is it good. Okay, very good. Okay, very good sound. Okay, that's good. It's good to hear that because so far I've been using those mics and I don't know whether it's good or not. Yeah, so I thought of trying this. It's Abraham Bowen. That's good to see you too. Okay, Joe Wong, good to see you. Yes. Okay, that's great. Okay. Okay, Kimi, good to see you. Family, good to see you. Greetings from Hungary. Wow. Okay. You're from Hungary. Wow, that's great. Okay. So Abraham, are you Singaporean or are you not Singaporean? Because 90% of my audience are from Singapore. Okay. But I do welcome people from all over the world. Charlene, good to see you again. Raymond, good to see you too. Yes. Okay. Remember, everybody come in, please give a like. Oh, you're from Singapore. Okay, that explains. Okay. Yeah. I must tell you that the reason why I kind of start a bit late is because I just landed and I rush home and I quickly do up the slides and I'm here, okay? Because today is a big news, so I have to tidy my hair a bit. So I have to go live, okay? Oh, we are visiting friends in Hungary, okay? Someone Wei Chuan, you are watching from Japan. Wow. Okay, thank you. Thanks for joining me as well. So I've landed and quickly rushed home and yeah. How come you look more tan? This morning I took a swim. Okay, I was on a rooftop. Pool watching over the Twin Tower in KL. But I didn't swim for too long because the sun is too bright. So I don't want to spoil my skin. Okay, cool. All right, good. Okay. So today I thought let's have a short talk. Okay. I think it's safe to say that the worst is over. Okay, from the banking crisis. Okay, I cannot be 100% sure because there could be black swan that come out. But as far as we're concerned, I think my guess is that the worst is over. Okay, we had a near death. I think the world has a near death event. Okay, not just myself. Okay, I was prepared to clear off all my leverage stocks, leverage counter. I was in discussion with Ben, my son. Okay, we were decided to take a few positions here and there, but eventually we decided, to clear off. That was so we were clear off on Monday night. Fortunately, Monday morning the news came out, and we say, okay, cool, cool, cool. So right now the market is chonging, so I think that's a good thing. Okay, so okay, let's start, shall we? Again, as I told everybody, I just bought a microphone. I want to do a sound test. I suspect that the previous microphone, which is essentially my earpiece, has caused all the lagging and things like that. So I decided to try to get one of these and see where it works. Just to verify, everybody can hear me loud and clear. Okay, cool. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know. Okay. At least it sounds like I have a microphone. Okay. Yes. And all give a like, please. Yes. Thank you. Then let's start the talk and let's hope to finish this within 20 minutes. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's go. Very good. Loud and clear. Very good. Okay. So the US inflation rate has resumed its decline. So it was declining, then it jumped a little bit. Now it resumed its decline again. Okay. So is it good days ahead, right? So this is my 289 talk. Again, this talk is why did you buy DJI mic? I don't even know what brand did I buy. Some China brand, I think. Uh, is it DJI mic? Uh, Whatever this brand is, okay, cheap. Okay, anyway. Okay, anyway. So again, this talk is not for you to think of whether to buy to sell, but more importantly for education and entertainment. Okay. So what's the big news? The big news is that the US inflation rate has fallen to 6%. It hit a high of 9.1% and it fell. Then it bumped up a little bit. It bumped up a little bit in January, month on month, but now it continues its decline. 6% is a good figure. It's a good figure. Okay, so it's continuing its decline as I predicted that it will. And it's not that prices has stopped rising. Okay, uh, prices rise slower. That's what it means. Okay, but let's not debate on the mechanics itself. But most importantly, that prices right now, no, sorry, CPI right now is coming down from a 6.4% to 6%. So it is in line to continue to fall and fall and fall. That's great news, right? That's great news. Okay, so I think basically the numbers are in line with the economist estimate, the analyst estimate, and more importantly, in line with government estimates. Most of them. There are little details here and there, but I think we can ignore the little details. Okay. So on a graph perspective, it looks like this. Okay, it went up to 9.1% and then it goes down. Okay, so right, it's clear until cannot clear that we do have a decline in inflation rate. Okay, so I think it's a very good number. Okay, um, and the news is all over the news. Okay, it's all over the news. So later I will give you let's have a discussion to what we think the trend would be, and then whether how we should capitalize on the market trend. Okay. By the way, can everybody hear me loud and clear? Is the visuals clear? I didn't see any comments at all, so I don't know whether is it the internet lagging again. So maybe you can tell me. Okay. So basically, all the news are reporting generally good headlines, right? U.S. inflation rise 6%, lower since September 21. Inflation is slowing down. It's a positive for the Fed. Dow opens after inflation show cool down. Okay, all right, cool. So interestingly, not everybody read the data the same way. Some news agency kind of reported it. Inflation is still high. It should be zero right now. It should be 2% right now. Why is it still at 6%? Right? So inflation is not like at a snap button, you can see just right smack like that, right? So it cools down gradually. Okay, because a lot of the data that the CPI is calculated are based on lagging indicators. Okay, I'll talk about that in a short while. So okay, um, so the US inflation slows down to 6% amidst a glooming banking crisis. I would like to say that the I would like to say that if the inflation has just went down without any noise on the side, it will be very good. But we are in a environment where it is rather unusual because we have a near death environment, right? Near death environment where the inflation rate, the interest rate spike has almost caused the crash of the banking sector. Oops. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so sorry, got a cat that's trying to seek some attention. If you hear some cat sound, please forgive me. Okay. All right. Cool. So interesting. Let me just read some of this thing to you. Consumer inflation may have cooled off, but economists expect it's still running a high pace. Okay, and I'll read this to you. Okay, the CPI expected Tuesday morning is uh, uh, rose 0.4% or 6% from the previous year. Okay, this compared to a 0.5% gain. Okay, in January, and an annual rate of 6.4%. So basically, from 6.4, it has dropped to 6. Okay, core inflation. Okay, core inflation, which is CPI minus food and energy, is expected to be higher by 0.4%. Okay, so let me read you the report by BLS. BLS is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Okay, where actually they calculate, it's like a Singapore Department of Statistics. They calculate is very lengthy, but I'll pull out the key ones. The key increase for the inflation, okay, is no surprise. It's shelter. I'll read to you, okay? The index for shelter, which is property, was the largest contributor to the monthly all item increase, accounting for 70% of the increase. Okay, 70% increase. There are other things that increase as well: food, recreation, household furnishing, and operation. But shelter account for 70%. This is by BLS. This is by BLS, which is the Department of Labor Statistics. Okay, Bureau of Labor Statistics. All items less food and energy. The index for all items less food and energy rose 0.5%. Because this one is the one that the Federal Reserve look at the most. Okay, rose 0.5% in February after rising 0.4% in January. The shelter continued to increase, rising 0.8% over the month. The index for rents rose 0.8% in February, and the index for owners equivalent rent rose 0.7%. So the index for lodging away from home, which is basically hotel and all this, increased by 2.3%. The shelter index was the dominant factor. Listen carefully, okay? The shelter for index is the dominant factor in the monthly increase in the index for all items less food and energy. But this indicator is a lagging indicator. I already told you, right? All the indices out there on shelter, the property market is crashing in US, crashing. But this indices is a lagging indicator, meaning that it measures rent that has been signed 24 months, 12 months ago, and all this. So it shows rising, and this is a lagging indicator. And even Jerome Powell say that this is a lagging indicator. Okay, I prepare to pangchan and not look at this thing. So if you replace this with this lagging indicator with real-time indicator, there's a good chance that the entire CPI might even be deflationary. That means even negative, even negative. So 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 this is good news. The whole stock market is rallying. As far as I don't know what's the number right now. Can someone give me a S&P 500 latest? Just now when I did a screen capture, it went up by 2%. Okay, 2.03%. Okay. Yeah, 2.03%. Can you try StreamYard to allow you to live Facebook and YouTube channels so that your PowerPoint best? So you don't need to hold a laptop, okay? And we don't need to see. Okay, I've never tried it before. I can try again, okay? 3924. Okay, so it slowed down a little bit, but it's still 1% rise, okay? So it's quite a big jump, okay? By the way, anybody know how to use StreamYard can educate me, okay? Okay lah. Uncle me not bad. I really improve my technology with a microphone tonight. Okay, I hope this thing is loud and clear to you guys. Okay, so the Nasdaq has went up. What's the Nasdaq number right now? How many percent has it increased over yesterday? Just now when I pulled it out, was a 2.23%. So it's a good news, right? It's a good news. So all the indices are increasing. So it is a very positive direction. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened in January that caused the entire whole world to go so paranoid. Okay, 2.35%, wonderful. So in January, when inflation shot up, everybody say, "Ayah, the inflation is sticky. Hell, no, world is going to crash. Everything, right?" Everybody in the media went in a frenzy. I pull out this chart and tell everybody, this was in 1980. I pull out this chart and tell everybody that even during the Paul Volcker, the previous Federal Reserve chairman, when he spiked the interest rate up very, very high, close to 20%, the inflation fell, but they will still spike. Okay, they'll still spike. That means it go down like that, like that. Okay, so basically, okay, I was telling everybody don't kanchong. Okay, even if it doesn't fall in 1 month, it will fall in 2 months, right? So fortunately, this was only a 1 month blip. Okay, 1 month blip. So yeah, so I was looking at this chart and I told everybody, I don't know how many of y'all remember. So this is exactly what we see. Will we expect this kind of thing happen again? Of course. Okay, look at the chart again, right? It went down and up and down and up and down and up and down. So you will see this kind of bumps don't kanchong. Okay, don't kanchong. As long as everything is, there isn't any black swan event like bank runs and bank crashes. I think that's fine. But bank runs is a different animal altogether. Bank run can die. Okay, so the key question right now is what will happen to the interest rate, right? What happened to interest rate? Because interest rate is the one that matters. Okay, so I think the market at one point in time in January, the market was expecting that the interest rate would rise by 0.5%. Okay, well, it didn't. Fortunately, it didn't happen. But no, it didn't happen. The market expectation is different right now. Most of the people, about 70% of the people, are expecting a 0.25% rise. Okay, there are even, quite a sizable percent of the analysts now expect a 0% rise. Okay, but I think majority still expect a 0.25% rise. That's because number one, the inflation is coming down. Okay, maybe not fast enough, but it is coming down. The interest rate is high enough. And how do we know that it's high enough? It's almost caused the entire banking system to collapse. Okay, if the if the Federal Reserve had not been independent, I'm sure the president and the Treasury Secretary will really really scold and tekan this Federal Reserve chairman, again and again. Okay, are you all getting that lag again? I don't know why I always get this lag in Singapore. I didn't get it in KL. That are you having this lag between the sound and the video again? Okay, it's lagging again. Wow. Okay, I've I don't know why. I thought it was a microphone problem, so I bought a microphone. Okay, but looks like it's not a microphone. It looks like a Singtel problem, because when I was in KL, this problem didn't happen. Okay, but anyway, okay, just at least hear me out. Okay, I remember I switched over to the 4G, and it didn't help. Like, just hear me out. Just ignore the visuals. Okay. All right. Okay. Just ignore it. Okay. Because yeah. Okay. So just bear with it. So I think the key question is this. I'm going to give you my analysis, okay, which is most important. My take is this. Okay. My take is this. Barring another black swan event, and there could be black swan event. Black swan has been hitting it in the past. It's difficult to get one black swan event. Nowadays, we get black swan event again and again and again and again. Some are near death. I think good days are likely to be hit. The inflation rate is likely to come down more and more and more. Okay, but there's a lot of high tension, kanchongness in people right now. High tension, super high tension. So a little bit of things, people will overreact, right? A little bump in inflation, and everybody like, wow, end of the world. The last 30 days, it was like the end of the world is here, right? Just because there was a bump in inflation. I keep telling everybody, you look at two indicators. You look at the history, there were bumps, and you look at real-time data, a lot of data are continuing to fall down. So don't kanchong, right? Even if you don't have a resumption of falling inflation in 1 month, you should get it in 2 months. But anyway, I think the key thing is there's high tension right now. People face portan. So therefore, do expect a lot of volatility, because the minute a little bit of bad news come out, only everybody will overreact, right? So so number one, I think good days are ahead. Okay, black swan, barring black swan event coming out, but volatility is likely going to be there. I cannot tell how fast the market will take to recover, but if you know, right now, I think even Federal Reserve Chairman, almost pee his pants, man. Yeah, so he will have to think twice or three times before he spike the interest rate high again. Yeah, so I think he also kanchong right now. Okay, so I think therefore, good day said, what we don't want right now is an economic collapse because of banking crisis and things like that. Okay, cool. So I just put everything in perspective. Good news, okay, very good news that inflation is coming down. It may not be coming down fast enough, okay, but it is coming down, right? So So I think we just got to be patient. Someone said just now in a comment and say that the stock market is one that so since I bought $1 million of stock, $1 million of stock last year, okay, I've been holding on to it, never kanchong. I did almost have to react with my leverage positions, nothing to do with the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq that I bought, but I do have some leverage positions. Okay, those leverage positions I almost clear them because I thought a banking crash is coming. Okay, fortunately not. Okay, all right, cool. Let's take some comments and questions right now, shall we? Okay, any comments and questions? Okay, 20 minutes. I was told not to talk too long. My talks are so long that generally the older people can take it, but the younger people say, I cannot listen for more than 10 minutes. Oh, now, okay. Yes. Okay. Any comments and questions? Okay. Take a vote. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good one. Let's take a vote, right? The next interest rate increase. Okay. How many of you will say 0.25% or 0.5%? It won't be 0.75. 0.25 or 0.5%. Okay, and let's take a vote right now. Okay, come, I want to see what everybody say. And these votes, I want to see 0.5, 25% basis point. Okay, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, okay, 0.25, okay, 0.25, 0.25. I think consensus 70%. About two-thirds of, well, more than that, maybe 80% of you are actually thinking of a 25 basis points, which is totally aligned with what I think. Now, if that even is 25% basis points, I think the stock market will continue to rally. Okay, yes, because everybody was expecting a 50% basis points or even 75% basis point. Now, I don't think so, unless this Jerome Powell has balls of steel. I don't think he's going to risk it anymore. Yeah. But that said, if he suddenly spiked 50% basis points, first of all, I don't think he will. If you do that, then the stock market will have a turbulence again. All right, cool. Okay. Any other comments and questions? Okay, I'm just trying to pull out some of the comments and questions. Okay. Any other likely black swan that comes with this interest rate hike? You know what I call black swan event? Black swan event are things that we cannot predict. They are generally negative in nature. So by virtue that I cannot predict, means I wouldn't know. Okay, it's very difficult to tell. Yeah, will Singapore property market crash? I think Singapore property market. My thing is it will continue to soften. I don't think it will crash because the government is providing quite a lot of support. Yeah, but the truth is, there's a lot of houses that are coming out. Ukraine-Russian war ending soon. I was looking at the war at Bakhmut between the Ukrainians and Russians. The President Zelensky actually said that 1,000 over Russians have died. The problem is that the Russians seems to have a hell lot of people to die. They send these waves and waves of soldiers to die. Yeah, so they're using what we Chinese call 人海战术, just hell of people die. Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, okay, so I don't think it's going to go over soon. Okay, will the 0.25% be the last of the interest rate hike? Unlikely, but maybe. Okay, maybe. Okay, you buying JB house still? I'm still talking to the agent. See some interesting houses. I don't need rush, right? I didn't rush. Remember, one of my friends see 50 houses before I buy one. I'm only on my less than 20, so it's okay. Is it okay to switch cash to FD now? Yes, absolutely, right? Absolutely. Okay, I'm a strong, yeah. What's your new price to enter S&P 500? I'm not entering, okay? I mean, if it crashed to my average price last time, I'll go for it. If not, I don't need to buy, right? Okay. The reason why I'm not buying is because I got my shares and cash and everything all well allocated already. So everything is in place at where they are. There is no need to chase. I'm holding a substantial amount of cash because I need that for, a lot of other exciting stuff. UF fixed D rate drop. What drop? Maybe interest rate drop. Well, I don't know whether interest rate will fall, but I certainly don't think interest rate will rise by too much. What's going to happen to Singapore T-bill rates? A good time to buy more? Why not? Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. Okay. Do you think the pace of this inflation increase given the recent SVB fall? It's hard to say. Speed is hard to say. Direction is the one I can predict. Okay. Jonathan, I cannot do anything about this voice sync and visual sync because I think it's got something to do with Singtel and YouTube. I don't know why. Okay. I've changed my mind already. Will CPF rates be increasing? I think if it continue to stay on, there's a fixed formula. I've got. I talked about it. If that this trend continue for a long time, I think the special account and MediSave account might increase. Are we celebrating too early? Are we celebrating at all? Right? Are we celebrating at all? There's nothing to celebrate, right? Okay. I'm not even celebrating. I'm just saying that the signs are positive. Okay, there's going to be possibly going to be a lot of volatility. Black swan comes now and then. There's nothing to celebrate about. Just remember when it comes to stock market, don't have Sorry, what was that sound, man? Okay, don't have. Sorry, I think my cat did something. Don't have any emotions. Do not be happy. Don't be sad. Do not be fearful. Have nothing. Be a freaking robot. Okay. So if you are fearful, you are happy, you are sad, then you got emotions. Your emotions cannot invest well. Okay. Should I? Should I? Okay. Mr. Lu, where are you stashing your cash? FD and savings account. That's it. Yeah, that's all. Just banks. Okay. Most of them are not even in FD. They're just sitting in a bank because I need rapid deployment. Yes. Will the Fed rate come down this year? I don't think so. Okay, too early. Credit Suisse and Blackstone, these two are potential black swan. By the fact that we can anticipate it means it's not black swan. Can share the optimum portfolio ratio? Is it 100%? No, it's very individual, right? So you should have some of it in CPF, some of it in CPF, and some of it in property, some of it in stocks, some of it in bonds, and so on, right? And then for me, I like to illustrate it more like a Kueh Lapis investment structure. I put the safe one in CPF, then slowly build up, okay? And then on the top, I take the high risk investment, okay? And it's very individual. I cannot tell this is the right one. So for those people who is out there freaking mind and keep saying that Mr. Lu is anti-property, I never anti-property, okay? I encourage everybody to invest in property as part of your allocation of your asset. What I'm anti is people that overstretch themselves in property investment and especially property investment only. Then they represent the high risk of investment, right? So I make it very, very clear again, okay? Yes. Is it good to have to top up some in S&P 500? I think, just dollar cost averaging is always a way to go, right? Okay. Do you do gold? No, I don't do gold. Okay, I don't do gold at all. Premium financing now pure black. What is that? Okay. Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Any other comments or questions? Okay. So again, right? There's no need to chong. Again, right? I'm a bottom fisherman. Okay. If you say invest in SPI and don't do stock picking, then after that say SG Bank is quite safe and conservative. Okay, why pick SG banks can be dangerous? Stock picking is generally dangerous because these are standalone investment. Okay, now let me tell you why I think stock picking, not just in Singapore banks or whatsoever. How on earth would someone know that Silicon Valley Bank will go out of business? How on earth we can tell? How on earth we can tell that Lehman Brothers will go out of business? Is there a chance that UOB Bank can go out of business? Very unlikely. Can it be? Tell that to Lehman Brothers investors. Okay, so picking individual stocks, I like to buy a whole portfolio, 500 companies, 100 companies. One of company jibaboom, it's okay. The whole index is still okay. I don't need to take this kind of risk. Why do I need to do that? Yeah. What are some of the countries you are good place to retire? if you want to retire, you must have a reason why you want to retire there. You need to, there are some people. I have a friend whom I met in Malaysia. He's going to retire in Malaysia in Japanese because even though he's a Malaysian, but he speaks Japanese. He has got a previous girlfriend from Japan, and he's very familiar with Japan. So Japan is okay him, but Japan is okay me. I tak boleh cakap lah. Yeah, it's very right. Don't yeah, don't speak right. For me, I like JB. I got family relatives there, and it's just a proximity to Singapore. But some people have relatives in Bangkok. Some people have relatives in Penang. So it's a very individual thing. Why your face got two park? What's two park? Here is it? I don't know. What's two park? Okay. Today I went for a swim, so a little bit tan, a little bit tan. Okay, that's bad. Okay, that's bad. I actually put sunblock already, but I think I didn't use the waterproof one. Okay, so I went for a swim and later, yeah. Singapore stocks very slow. Yeah. So Singapore stocks is good for dividends. Okay, so I'm not a dividend player. Okay, now dividends can be very dangerous. Okay, but this not. Just go and watch my previous video why I say dividend investment is dangerous. Okay, that's my opinion. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so with this, okay, let's call it a night. Okay. All right, cool. Let's call it a night. Will bank run happen to brokerage like Think or Swim? I never heard of Think or Swim. Will bank run happen to brokerage? Brokerage is not bank runs. Okay, bank runs is very different from brokerage. Bank runs is bank runs. Your question is, will brokerage collapse? Of course it can, but you have to think of the chances. Okay. Um, has T-bills interest rate peaked? I can't tell at this juncture. Okay, but I think there's a good chance it's soon to peak. Okay. This go down, but I don't think it's now, and I don't think it's going to be soon. Okay. STI has never recovered since 2007 peak. Okay. Yes, Sally, good to see you. Would this conclude your daily updates on the Silicon Valley collapse? I'm no longer talking about Silicon Valley collapse. That one already yesterday done and dusted. Chances of S&P 500 rallying to 4,800, I can tell you for sure it will happen. I can't just gonna tell you when. Okay. Okay. Brokerage is fully capitalized. I don't think so. Okay. Yeah. Advertise for them. I will never agree to advertise for them. Yeah, it's very dangerous, right? I know a lot of fellow bloggers would advertise, please sign up with Weibo and all that. I would never do that. Yeah, never. Okay, never do that. Okay. Yes. I go for expensive one like Standard Charter. Okay. Can you think that the chances of it going down is very little? But can it happen? Yeah. Okay. Pick a real big gigantic company. Don't pick you got 1% of fear and uncertainty, just ignore it. Okay. All right, cool. All right, with this, all right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, thank you. Okay, and with this, good night, everybody. Okay, good night. Okay, have a good night rest. It's already way past midnight. Okay, thank you. Let's hope tonight the stock market continue to chong. Okay. All right, cool. All right, good night. Okay, good night. Okay, good night. Good night. Good night, Chuan. Good night, Chailin. Henry, good night to you. Abraham, good night. You are in Europe time zone. Okay, so you're still okay. Raymond, good night. Keith, good night. Chu, good night to you. SM, good night to you. Okay, good night. Thanks for joining me. Okay, thanks for joining me.